So we really have taken the traditional quiche and made it so much better for you. High protein, high in fiber, it's nutrient dense, it's gonna last a lot longer. You cannot ask for much more from a quiche. Hi, I'm Noni from ThermoFit and I'm going to be demonstrating my spinach and mushroom quiche, which is one of the favorites from the recipe collection on Cookie Do, Get Thermomix Fit with Noni. This recipe is packed with health benefits. I'll tell you all about them as we go. Let's get started. Now, one of the easiest ways to improve your health is to simply swap certain ingredients for better choices. So in this example, where we are doing a quiche would normally be done with a regular pastry, which is full of refined flour and gluten, which can be damaging to the digestive system. Instead, we're using nuts, seeds, and gluten-free flours, which are much better nutritionally for you. So we're using some almonds, buckwheat, which is a complete protein. Now we're using arrowroot flour as well for our gluten-free flour. And some sea salt. So you want to use some good quality salt too. Here I'm using some Celtic sea salt. Now in 30 seconds, we're gonna grind this up and we'll see what happens. All right. So we've just made our own flour from whole food ingredients in 30 seconds. Next up, to finish the base off, we are going to add sesame seeds and some water. Now the fun part, let's get our hands involved. So we transfer the base ingredients onto some baking paper. We take another piece of baking paper, pop it over the top, and we're going to roll it out into a circle shape. We've now rolled the quiche base into about 1/2 centimetre thick and then just transferred the bottom layer of the baking paper into our dish, trimmed up the edges a bit, and it's ready to blind bake. Now, while that's blind baking, we're going to continue on with the recipe and we're using a clean and dry mixing bowl. Another great way to improve your health is to ask yourself the question, what can I add to my meal to boost its nutritional value? In this case, we're using high quality ingredients like spinach, we're using a really good quality bacon, of course we've got eggs, and we've got mushrooms. So first up, the bacon. You want to choose good quality ingredients where you can. We are using a nitrate-free, free-range organic bacon here. Next up, we're adding a red onion, which is cut into 1/8. Using a healthy oil like extra virgin olive oil. Next up, some Swiss brown mushrooms. We're also using fresh herbs, which are really packed with nutrients, but if you don't have access to fresh herbs, dried ones are still okay. Now we're going to saute those ingredients together, and when we do that, we're just going to pop the simmering basket on top of the lid, replacing the measuring cup. This is going to saute for 7 minutes on 100 degrees, reverse, and on the speed soft. All right, that's done. Let's check it out. Awesome, what's next? I've got some baby spinach here, some organic baby spinach. You really do want to try and get organic baby spinach because it's pretty heavily sprayed, but as you might notice, I've also got some kale on top because this recipe can actually be done with any type of spinach that you like. Baby spinach, silver beet, chard, kale, I've done it all. So it works with any of them. So just use anything that you have on hand or anything that you can find on special. Now with this part, we don't need the simmering basket anymore, but what we're gonna do, as we can see on the video, is that while this is turning, we are going to use the spatula through the mixing bowl lid. Now that the spinach and kale has wilted down really nicely, what we're going to do is take the contents of everything that's inside there and pop it into the simmering basket just to drain off some of the excess liquid. There we go, how good does that look? Next up, the most important ingredient of a quiche, the eggs. So I do highly recommend that we use organic and free range eggs. And the coconut cream. Now, if you're after the best coconut cream, apart from making it in your Thermomix, the best store-bought coconut cream you can get is the AM brand, because I think it's the only one that I know of that is 100% coconut kernels with no additives or thickeners. So let's pop in 80 grams of that. Some more Celtic sea salt. Some black pepper to taste. And let's mix that all together. Now we're almost ready to get this in the oven. So we're just gonna pour this mixture over the top of our base ingredients here and pop it in the oven. 25 minutes in the oven, and look at what we've got, this finished spinach and mushroom quiche. All we've got to do now is just sprinkle it with the remaining fresh thyme and a bit of pepper if you want to as well. And then it can be cut into 6 slices. It's freezer friendly as well, so it's perfect to have as an emergency snack. I love it because you can have it for dinner, you can have it for lunch, you can have it for breakfast or a snack. So we really have taken the traditional quiche and made it so much better for you. We made that base with much better ingredients, and we filled the filling with more nutrient dense ingredients. The spinach and the mushroom and the eggs and the bacon leaves this whole quiche high protein, high in fiber, it's nutrient dense, it's gonna last a lot longer, keeping us fuller for a longer time, and it's full of nutrients like vitamin K, A, magnesium, and iron. You cannot ask for much more from a quiche. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you learnt something. Please let us know in the comments what you think of it when you try this recipe, and don't forget to rate the recipe on Cookie-Doo as well. If you're looking for more healthy recipes, you can find some in my Get Thermomix Fit with Noni Cookie-Doo collection and all the other healthy recipes that Cookie-Doo has to offer. Happy Thermomixing!